Subscribe to accomplish aspirations for those we say.
I can go anywhere.
What's up, guys? It's Nikki Lachey, and you are listening to Beyond Borders with Rose Gold and Kid Gravity.
The views and opinions of this podcast are solely those of the host, Beyond Borders Media. And trust me, if you hear something you didn't like, go do your research.
I'm back. Hey, folks, I know I don't usually go on camera a lot, but today's a special show. I got Bailee on, and Bailee said she could own me in politics, so I'm going to let her think this because it's Women's History Month. I'm going to let her have it. But good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you ain't got it. Good. If you got it, stay away from me. But today, you saw the title. You know that's politics. Bailee says she got it. I say she don't. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then I'm going to let her ask her questions. Because I think since it's Women's History Month, she's been smoking that herb out in Seattle. You heard what I said.
Oh, child, I didn't even know it was Women's History Month.
Oh, yeah. It's Women's History Month in March.
Oh, that was news to me.
Yes. So I made sure to have a woman on to start my first live show in March.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Bailee. You know, I host with my brother, You Know That's Real, the podcast. My podcast actually is not a political podcast, but I'm about to start a YouTube. I just can't get down on a name that I want.
You can steal the one I used.
What? You know, that's politics.
You know that's
I know,
politics.
right? I was actually thinking that.
You can have it.
You know what? I might. I just might. You know, that's politics. I might. But yeah, you just crazy, and I don't think you understand what's going on. So you said you wanted to have a conversation.
That's fine. Hey, folks, before we start, on my IG, Kid Gravity Beyond and Beyond Borders podcast, for Women's History Month, I will be putting out 4 of my interviews with women. So today we did the first one with Cutie Pie Sensei. All 5 parts are up there because, of course, you know, unless it's a live, you can't put a whole hour video up. So I had to break it down. It took me like an hour almost to figure out how to do it. But it's up there, so check it out. It's 5 parts. You can just watch them all in succession and share it out, like, share it, and then come over here and watch it in full without the stoppage. But before
unless on Instagram, you said unless it's a live, you can't post an hour video?
Yeah, you can't put up an hour video on a regular post. It has to be
I didn't know that.
15 minutes. Yeah. So I had to use IGTV, and basically before that, break up the thing into like 4 15-minute parts. So it's all
that's
up
what I
there.
mean. Like even on IGTV, it can't be over 15 minutes?
Can't be over 15 minutes. They won't accept it.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It works, and I know how to do it. But before we start, Bailee is in a blue state. I, of course, moved to a purple state, even though they call it a blue state, but whatever. And she fancies herself, I would say, a center leftist, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm center right. So this is going to be a fun conversation, folks. But let's make Bailee mad before we start.
But you moved.
See what that says.
Oh, hell.
You see what that says. This is a $5 Chinatown hat. I just wanted to make up bad real fast. So we finna troll today, folks.
Lord.
This is not going to be on the audio. This is all visual. Because I told Rose no more politics on the podcast. So, but
they don't like it?
Nah, I mean, we built our show off of that, but you know, now that those 2 idiots are in, no sense in talking about no more. I'm just gonna troll them for 4 years. But yes, I found my black MAGA hat, so I might just wear this for about 30 minutes. So I might put this up as a screenshot just to piss all the black podcasters off. I'm not MAGA, by the way. I don't.
Oh, you're not? I thought you were.
No, I'm not MAGA. Nah, I'm not MAGA. Nah. I just did it because I know it'd make people mad.
Right. I think that's why a lot of people wear it.
Yeah. But this is good. Moving down to Atlanta. I moved down to Atlanta. I can put my feet up on the table now. This is
But
love
from
this
a blue
place.
state, do they know you're from a blue state? New York?
Yeah, they know I'm from New York.
Okay.
Oh, fine. We can start in New York if you would like. But
Yeah, because
you have questions, so go ahead.
no, we gotta understand what's going on with you. You voted for
What
Trump.
about me? Yes, I
We gotta
understand.
get
Yes.
into and we gotta get into the why. That's kind of where you and
Why?
I that's what we gotta get
Mm-hmm.
into. Why did you vote for Trump?
Okay.
Because this is what people don't understand when it comes to politics, at least with me.
Mm-hmm.
Voting for Trump and not voting for Trump to me is not a left or right discussion because I don't believe Trump is on the right. So
He's not.
that's where I think a lot of people think that. I think my only issue is people don't seem to understand that a vote for Donald Trump was not a vote for me for the real GOP, the real right. If it weren't for Donald Trump, I might have voted for the right. I'm sorry, for Republican candidate the last time. I believe he ruined the GOP, to be honest with you, and is continuing to ruin it. But we need to get into that and also why y'all can't seem to let this man go. That's another
You
thing I think
sure?
we
You
talk
sure
about.
it's us? Because them lefties, they can't keep
Oh,
that
I
man's
agree.
name out of his mouth.
That and it really bothers me. It really,
Okay,
really
but
bothers me.
that's fine. I mean, I can explain it. It's not that hard.
Let's
Okay,
see.
so 2016, we all know the dust up that happened. Hillary
Mhm.
tried it and she failed.
Right.
And when he won Ohio, I shut the TV off because I was like, this mother is gonna be president. So I was like, okay.
Right.
I was not into politics like that yet, so I was like, you know what, whatever.
A
He
lot of
can't
people
mess it
weren't.
up worse than Obama did.
Child. No, why do you think Obama messed up?
Oh, we gonna get into him. Don't worry.
Okay.
But
Okay.
so I let him rock for 2 years. I was just watching. Then 2019, I started seeing some things.
All right. Keep going. I'm just gonna. I gotta take my camera off really quick, but I'm here.
That's fine. Okay. So 2019 comes. My wife and I get into the middle class, and I'm like, okay. It is what it is. We're working. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started seeing some stuff. I started researching what Trump did in 2 years. He did the HBCU thing. He did the First Step Act. I was like, okay, these are things that benefit Black people. What started churning me to this man was his initiatives on child trafficking. And I was like, okay, let me see what he does. Because, maybe that was just like a get back for people.
Right.
Because every politician has to give that one little caveat that's not economics or, social reform. So, okay, I was like, okay, let me see. So when he put it out, he put in Operation Talent, I said, okay, let me see if it's going to bear any fruit. What put it over the top for me, and I said, I'm going to vote for this man. Mm-hmm. He saved 50 Black kids down here in Georgia from being trafficked. And I said, okay. I ain't see the Democrats do this, but okay. So I still kept watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was about February of last year. No, I'm sorry, not February. July. But his first real, what do you call it? The employment numbers. When they said a net gain, I said, I'm voting for this man. He must know what the hell he's doing. Because you know how he was screaming, open the economy by Easter, and everybody got pissed off at him, talking about how he's irresponsible. I said, okay, you know what? I say he should have opened June 1st or June 15th. Get that money back in the summertime. That's just me. And I said, you know what? If they pick Biden, that means, you know what? I don't want Biden. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'm just going to vote for Trump because I hate Biden's guts.
What? That does not sound like good reasons.
I hate his. What do you mean that doesn't sound like good reasons? Go ahead.
What does any of that have to do with it? Do you think all that, no pun intended, trumps the bad about Donald Trump?
Of course he has bad.
No, but
I don't like. What do you mean?
There's so much wrong with him that I don't think any of what you just said was worth a vote for him. I don't
I'm not voting for his personality. I'm voting for what he does.
It's not even just personality. It's just even like just the way he does not or did not respect even the Constitution, or just how he didn't respect the separations of power. He literally has thrown a wrench in the way America even works, whether or not you like it or not. But things have been established foundationally that the man doesn't even respect. And then you guys call him a conservative. That's where I have an issue. He's not a conservative.
He's not a conservative. I don't call him conservative. He's not a conservative.
Yeah, but
the man is a Democrat.
Yeah, I just don't think those things that you listed are enough to overturn.
I gotta worry about what he's doing for Black people. I can't worry about what he's doing for other people right now.
But why is that your only concern? That's what I don't get.
I'm Black.
Yeah, but I'm
a Black man. I need to
American first.
Huh?
You don't consider yourself American first?
When I'm in my house, I'm me first.
Yeah, but you're American first, though.
Correct. Yes, but I have to worry about my family first. I can't worry about the country now. I got to make sure my family's straight.
Yeah, but when it comes to you being Black, this is an argument that I think we got him before, but not directly. What about you being Black has not already been provided for from this country? What more do you want?
I'm good. It ain't me. It's everybody else. I'm fine.
But what more is there to
other Black people?
No, but what more is there? What more is there to people? I hear Black people say that a lot. Oh,
you talking about present day, or are you talking about when Trump was around?
No, you guys are saying we've gotten these conversations before. What I'm interested in, what is being done for Black people? What more needs to be done? Is what I'm saying. What more do you think needs to be done? Even if not for you, what more are you hearing? Now? What more needs to be done?
It would have been nice if Biden would have given y'all an executive order saying anti-Black discrimination. He worried about the Asians, though.
But
we still have nothing. We still have nothing on the book. Oh shit, that's my chicken. Hold on, one second.
Okay.
Talk to the folk. I just need like 1 minute.
Okay.
Talk to the folk.
Yeah. So Kid Gravity's crazy, but I'm here. I know y'all want a voice of reason. Here it is. And this is what I am. Kid Gravity's crazy, but I'm about to cook him, y'all. Don't worry. He wanted the smoke. Getting the smoke.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I almost slipped. Okay.
Ooh.
We back, folks. I just had to check my chicken, folks. I give it another 15 minutes. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, I hear Black people say that. What do you want? Not you, but what do you hear Black people say they want done that hasn't been done already?
Well, here's the arguments. They want their reparations. That's fine. Because if they get reparations here, then my family who are Jamaican can go to the Queen of England and say, if the Americans can get this, we need this. But we know she's not going to bow her head to Black people. So I'm not optimistic on that.
You not got that. You didn't get that from Donald in 4 years. So what's up with that? Why didn't he give you?
Well, he never promised that.
But why does it have to be promised to be given?
What do you mean? Black people, Black people live on promises. But Black people are a race of IOUs.
But Joe Biden never said he was giving Black people reparations, though.
What do you mean? No, it's not him. It's the Democratic Party. Every time a Democrat's in, what do they always bring up? Hang on. Every time the Democrats get into office, what do they always bring up? HR. I think it's HR 40. Exactly.
Right.
I didn't expect Trump to do that.
One brings it up, and the other
every 4 years, every 8 years, I should say.
But what does Donald Trump do? What did Donald Trump do for Black people? I don't remember receiving any reparations.
First step.
I didn't give reparations though. I didn't ask for that. I asked reparations.
Reparations? You had to go talk to the GOP on that.
Right.
That wasn't his job.
Why is only one held accountable for that, not the other?
Because he never promised to go talk about reparations.
Joe Biden.
The only thing he said about Black people to Black people when he ran was, "You can't do worse." That's all he said. And guess what? Only, what was it? 50% of Black men voted for him. 4% of Black women voted for him. So most of Black America did not give a damn what he said.
Whether or not it was promised by anybody, it's not been done by either side yet. Y'all only seem to want to hang on to Donald Trump for not doing. But I've never heard anybody promise reparations. So that's why I still don't get what does anybody.
The Democrats have been promising doing every year they talk about research. They're gonna research it. They're gonna research it. How many years are you gonna research it? It's not that hard. You have if you could give a fixed number,
huh?
But hang on, if you can figure out how much money you need for COVID relief, you can figure out how much money you can pay off for Black folks, or a system where you can pay Black folks off. It's not that hard.
So you're telling me though that's the one thing. That's the one thing Black people want that it's felt that's not given.
Reparations opens up a lot of avenues. It does.
But that's the one thing.
It's not the one thing that you need, but it opens up a lot of. It shows good faith. If you could figure out reparations, then you could go to civil rights. Civil rights everybody's using civil rights all of a sudden. And
but Donald Trump didn't do reparations and never promised it reparations. Never promised it. And they never.
Okay, so I can't fault him if he didn't do it. If he never promised it, if he never said, "I'm going to get you reparations," I can't call him out on it.
Promise though, they do things that they don't promise all the time.
Did he not? Okay, first week in office, he signed the HBCU bill. Did he not?
Yeah, but he didn't promise that.
He didn't have to.
That's my point.
He didn't have to do it.
Why does it?
But he didn't have to do it.
But he didn't give you reparations, which is what you're saying you want. But just because he didn't promise it, that's okay.
Again, you're missing it. I didn't expect him to.
That's my point.
The GOP, the Republicans never bring up reparations. They never do. So I never expected them to do it. They have no intention
on giving it. That's why they don't bring it up.
So I don't care.
So why do you care if Joe Biden doesn't do it?
Because the Democrats always promise to do it, and then they always convene committees and bring Black folks into it. Yes, they do. They did it with Obama. Ta-Nehisi Coates was down there. Mark Lamont Hill was down there in front of Congress talking about reparation. You barely saw it in front of Trump's administration until Candace Owens says something about it. And now Joe Biden, as soon as he gets in, Sheila Jackson Lee brings it back up again, and she's reforming the committee. Go talk about it again with that corrupt ass congressional Black couscous up there, and nothing's gonna get done.
Gravity,
huh?
Talking about something's not promising something.
But that is a promise. If you're gonna start the research on it, that's a promise. You're gonna figure it out, is it not? Then why convene the people? Why waste taxpayer dollars looking that stuff up? That means you have an intention of getting it done.
No. I don't believe. I just believe that. I think that. Respectfully, people just want something to complain about, because I honestly feel as a Black woman that I have everything I need. I don't look for a president to give me.
I applaud you for that.
You have everything you need.
I'm great as long as I'm working. And that man did not put us in a war. I have to give him respect, because they all thought the first week he was going to drop some bomb on somebody. He didn't drop no bomb. He didn't drop that many bombs on people. I have to give him respect on that.
Let's get into why you don't like Biden, because I can definitely.
Why I don't? Okay.
Why not?
Because number one, I think he's a bigot. Number one,
and
I think Trump is one. I think Trump is one.
We can agree with the.
I think Trump is more closeted with his bigotry. That's how I feel.
Hey, look, closeted or overt or covert, it is what it is.
It's what it is.
Yeah,
but. Nobody can ever say that any president we've ever had hasn't been a little bit racist.
I think everybody has prejudices.
That's fine. So Biden, I think, is a overt bigot.
Okay.
It's just he uses his age to try to smooth it over. But that is, hey, go you little, back in the room. Kids. Anyway. So that's one. Number two, he how do I say this without? Well, this probably the video probably get flagged anyway. He's lying about talking about he's not working with China. He's definitely working with China, and he's going to screw us over again. Number three, the man lied and said, "Oh, I'm not going to frack." Well, I'm not going to stop fracking. Well, you just canceled how many jobs? But
y'all care about jobs more than the earth.
Well, the Keystone Pipeline would have saved the earth.
What are you talking about?
We had net zero emissions under Trump.
Oh, really?
Yes. You can go look that up.
I'm gonna look it
Look it
up.
up. DuckDuckGo. Yeah, DuckDuckGo.
What reason did he stop fracking then? Because that's not my understanding.
Because he would, you know why? Because he wanted to pit. He wants to get us back into the Middle East with the oil.
Mm-hmm. From my understanding, fracking is not a good thing.
It's not, but if you do it responsibly, you can get a lot of energy out of it. That I mean, Oklahoma City, they do a lot of fracking down there, but they also have a lot of earthquakes. So
right,
there's
and
a
I've known Oklahoma City for 4 years, and it's terrible weather.
Correct, but then with the fracking, yes, you're bringing more oil production into your country.
Mm-hmm.
So you're relying less on international export, which means you'll have more to import and you'll have more money kept in-house. And it was a great deal for Canada as well, because they had people that were ready to work on that as well. So you had two countries working together. So
the
whole North, it's not, but again, we're still energy.
Damn Earth, by the way. And let me guess, you don't believe in climate change either?
Do I believe in? I believe in evolution. I don't believe in climate change. I believe in evolution.
I believe in both. I believe both can be true. I believe evolution is could be the case, but I believe that climate it can also be accelerated. I believe that as well, though.
Because it's a lot of people, and a lot of resources being used. So yeah, things are going to ramp up.
Accelerating at a faster pace than it was. Like there's evolution, which you're right, is correct. Things are naturally going to evolve. Weather is naturally going to change, but the speed at which it's changing is because of human beings.
Yes, because we have damn near 8 billion people on this planet.
Both things can be true. It's about the same amount of people. As much people as born, people die. You just drank the Kool-Aid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a radical left. I'm not all in left, like you said. I'm pretty much. I'm like to the left a little bit but I'm pretty much in the center. I'm pretty moderate. I just lean a little
moderate too. I can't be number one. I can't be conservative because I still believe women should have they should have rights over their body.
Right. That's
if you want to go have an abortion, go do it, but you got to realize you got to live with your decision.
Right.
the goddamn the conservatives they don't like me for that, so I can't be conservative.
Yeah, they don't like you for that. Look, at the end of the day, each side is doing the same exact things. They're just dressing it different, and you drinking Kool-Aid, and your boy Trump.
I'm sitting here just laughing.
But
I'm sitting here just laughing.
Weren't you there on the 6th?
Yes, I was. This video's on here. Yes, folks. If after you watch this, you can go watch my videos at the siege. I was there. I didn't go inside. So if everybody was watching, I didn't go inside, or you would have got me.
I'm very curious to know your stance at being there. Do you believe that he invoked that, incited that? Because I believe he did. Okay, but if I would give you that he didn't, because I could see how that would be left to someone's interpretation. Do you believe he let it carry on and that he expressed quote unquote love for the people that did it? And do you believe that was appropriate?
I said he was an asshole for not saying, yo, y'all gotta chill. I condemned him for that. I did that on Instagram Live. I told him he should have said something. He should have said, y'all gotta chill. Y'all making me look bad.
He said he had the power to do and didn't do.
What power?
He had the power to do. He could have done more.
What could he have done?
He didn't even want to send help.
See, I know you don't listen. You, Bailee. Okay.
When are you gonna bring up this?
No, we gonna talk. I'm going to. No, we gonna talk. No, that's fine. You got questions. We gonna talk.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
That was not his. You do know he brought National Guard in, right? You do know this.
3 hours later.
It wasn't 3 hours later. They were there a week before it started.
But why weren't?
You're right, huh?
Yeah, why weren't they there? Because they showed
there. They were there.
Why were they there?
Because the mayor of DC asked him to bring in National Guard, and he said okay, and he did. And she also got declarations from Maryland and Virginia, who sent troops, and she said she didn't need them.
He didn't call nobody.
Yes, he did. You could call it.
He did not call anybody.
I'm going to show you. Here we go. Okay. Now, number one, Capitol Security is under the purview of who?
Capitol Security is under the purview of who? You asked me.
Yes. Who runs Capitol Security?
I don't know. DC?
Nope.
Oh, who?
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh,
that's her building. That's her. The Speaker of the House is responsible for the Capitol.
Do you feel like they should have just shot? I want to ask you that because that's what your boy Lindsey Graham.
I don't think they should have shot that woman.
Because Lindsey Graham said they should have.
Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is a scumbag. Yeah, I don't like Lindsey Graham. To me, I think he's a scumbag.
Me too.
They should have shot that woman.
I'm glad.
What he had to do is she got through, beat her ass, do her like Rodney King. Mm-hmm. It would have been outraged, but more people, especially conservatives, they would have been like, you know what? She should have done that. You should have whooped ass like Rodney King, but you know what? I understand.
Right. But you got to understand too, there was a bunch of them in there and they didn't know what they were going to go do. And if they would have got through and then they're all back there, Lord knows what would have happened. They didn't even know if they had weapons.
Now, the article I'm about to pull up for you. Do you? Okay, now I have a whole page of it. I have the New York Post. I have 2 from Fox News. I have 1 from the AP News.
I watched the hearing.
Fox News. The hearing means nothing. They don't know. Listen, the hearing, let me tell you something about the hearing. The hearing is a show. Because they had to do something after Trump didn't get impeached again. They had to do something.
No, I'm talking about watch the impeachment hearing.
The impeachment hearing was a sham. They only did that just to make sure that man don't run again in 2024. That's all it was.
I know that, but I'm saying see, and that's the thing. That's what y'all be doing. See, 2 things is my favorite thing to say. 2 things can be true. They could have been doing that because of not wanting him to be reelected. Everybody knows they don't want him to be reelected, but at the same time, it's not their fault when your boy McConnell decided to have it go to the Senate. I mean, he could have did that. He could have did that sooner than that. He just told them he wasn't going to until he was gone. So the whole reason for their whole main point, oh, well, he's a former president. Well, the impeachment didn't start when he was a former president, though. Y'all waited until he was gone to hold the hearing. And that was the Senate that decided to do that. So it's like they created the situation and they say, oh, but you can't do it now. But you're the reason why. I get like if they tried to impeach him after he was out, but it didn't begin when he was out. But you were saying
they wanted to, but oh, that's my chicken again. Hold on. But I'm going to show you this.
Okay.
That? No, what'd you say?
No, I was waiting for you.
What'd you say, Bailee?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm going to let you read this. I'm going to let you read this.
Okay.
Headline, and then I'm going to go get my chicken. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, oh, you mother! Oh, shut up! I almost fell again.
Okay. Yeah, what's up with you?
Well, I was about to come back and then I forgot I had to push something else on the oven. But you see that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
yes, the security is under her purview. It's not the blame game. She's responsible for every senator in that building.
The Capitol Police could not have handled that on their own.
Oh, you mean? Are you talking about the real? Wait, are you talking about the real ones or the ones that moved the barricades? Which one are we talking about?
Both. The ones that moved the barricade was because they were down.
He got a promotion.
Not the black
guy that ran up the stairs got a promotion.
Not the black man.
He got a promotion.
Yeah, he's not the one that moved the barricade though.
No, the white boy that moved the barricade, he got a promotion.
Oh, he got a promotion. Oh, I don't know why
he got a promotion. Yes, he did.
We all know can
yes,
agree. We all know and agree that what went down was pretty freaking swirly. I think we could agree on that. That was all weird. But I feel like everybody is held more accountable for it than the president of the United States of America. Sorry, the former one. Even though some of you weirdos think.
How is he responsible for that? I'd love to hear your rationale. Go ahead.
How is he not? What did he do? And like I said before, even if we went back and forth about what he should have done during and before it, during it, what he did after it is crazy. As a president of the United States, you get on a video and you still continue to perpetuate this lie that the election was stolen, and then you say we love you, we understand you after they tore the Capitol to shit. That so even if I gave you every other point, the after is a problem for me. Well, we remember this day.
Again,
like it was
I did condemn. I did not like the fact that he didn't stop it, but I also understand that he can't control what people think. He can't.
It's the president. I get what you're. If it was anybody, if it was me, you, anybody, even Nancy Pelosi, even if it was AOC, I get what you're saying. But this is the president of the United States of America saying, "We love you" to people who desecrated the Capitol of the United States of America, who went through halls that have so much history and for our country and meaning to our country. And he said, "We love you" as the president of the United States of America. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't see how anybody.
So he wasn't supposed to say anything that day.
He was supposed to condemn it. You're not supposed to say "we love you." If anything, I'm telling you,
that's why I said I did not respect him on that.
But that's at that point, like that to me is like you stamped what happened. Like you gave it your stamp of approval. You approved the message. Why would you say to someone "we love you" after they desecrated the Capitol building? Like. As the president of the United States of America,
I can't respect him on that. That I agree with you on. I can't respect him on that.
Why would you guys want that to be the president again?
Again, okay. People want him to be the president again because of what he did for the economy. That's why they really
we're valuing economy over like shit that can really.
Well, when you poll people on when they pick their leaders, the first and second thing is usually the economy.
That's valued over safety, over civility, over just the way the world works. Like
Americans, Americans are selfish people. You know this. They're worried about their wallets first.
Right.
So anytime you go run for office, you don't lead with "this is how I'm going to get more money in your pocket." You have an uphill fight in your hand.
Right.
And the simple fact that man in a COVID pandemic got people back to work in less than 4 months, people wanted to vote for that.
We could even get into that too. Now, I personally feel like, because as you know, today, the governor of Texas said they opening up 100%, no mask mandate, or whatever. And at first I did think
let's quickly dissect that.
Okay.
He's not making it a state law anymore, but businesses still have the right to ask you to wear a mask.
And I thought about that.
They're not going to fine you for not having it, because I think they were fining people down there for it.
Right.
If you didn't wear a mask.
At first,
which
I thought that
was
was
fine. I mean,
what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought it was a little irresponsible, but then I kind of thought about it. I'm on the fence because it's like
y'all Fauci about to go up to 6 masks on your face. You about to look like Darkman.
I think that we're to the point where
I look like Darkman.
That's a lot of masks. I think personally I would wear a mask, but I kind of am to the point where it's like, well, shoot, if y'all want to get sick, go get sick. I mean, that's your decision. I feel like they should have kept businesses open, and it should have been our personal decision whether or not to go to them. I feel like businesses could have been open. If masks work, then they should be able to be open and we just wear a mask. If that's the case, why are you telling us to wear masks if they don't work?
If they
work,
because these are they don't know. They don't. That's the problem. They don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They're just trying to throw anything at they're playing. Let me throw something at the wall till it sticks. They don't know. And that's what's pissing me off as well, because you don't know what you're doing. You're saying anything. And you know, there's enough people in this country that are stupid enough to listen to you. If Fauci said right now, dress up like a mummy, you Negroes would go do it. Y'all would look like this man. I promise you. Y'all would look like this man. I don't know if you can see that. She's speechless, folks. You want to look like this man? This is the way Fauci talks. She's still speechless. I don't think you want to look like that. Hold on. Hold on. What the hell? Where'd my sound go? Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't know my sound went. Say something. Where the hell is it? Oh, great. Here we go. Technical problems.
Oh, shoot. My bad.
Every time.
It was me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You made me think it was me. Let me put my feet back up.
My bad.
Now, did you see the picture? That's fine. Did you see the picture?
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I was muted. I didn't realize
Do you want to look like that?
Yeah.
Do you want to look like that?
Let's introduce the mask, though. Why do you think masks were politicized?
Why? Okay, I give you two reasons. One, you can make money off of it. Mm-hmm. And number two, okay, I'm sure I'll get flagged for this, but not wearing it?
Not wearing a mask. Why do you think that was why not just wear the mask? Just wear the mask. What was so wrong with
Because a lot of people, why? Because a lot of people don't want to wear masks because number one, it looks dumb, and number two, it restricts your CO2 expenditure from your body.
You believe that?
Yes.
So when doctors were masked before this all day?
Okay, but number one, doctors are in a clean environment most of the time, number one. And then their areas are properly ventilated. I work in food service. Do you understand wearing that mask on a line where almost damn near every stove is on, plus a broiler, plus fryers? Do you understand how hot that gets? You're working in an environment where there's still 6 feet between you guys, but you're moving, you're creating things, the heat, you're breathing, it fucks with you. You got to pull the mask down every few minutes just to get a couple good breaths and then put it back up. That sucks. Fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry. In a couple of years, when you start hearing all these people have respiratory problems, then we're gonna say, "Oh, we shouldn't have did the mask." That's fine.
I'm fine. I've been wearing my mask.
I'm wearing it too. I don't like wearing it. I wear it, and I tell everybody every time I end the show, wear your mask to get your supplies. That's fine. Do what you got to do, but I don't want to wear it.
But
I ain't gonna move to Texas now. I'm not gonna move to Texas just so I don't have to wear a mask. I mean,
with what the governor did in Texas.
Do I have an issue? No, I don't.
So why wouldn't you move to Texas? I mean, I would never move to Texas either.
Well, number one, I don't have family down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was thinking about going to Dallas, but I was like, nah, that's not the move yet.
But as we keep talking, I feel like you and I agree on politics. I just think where we disagree.
It's just certain things we don't. See, this is how it's supposed to be.
I think the main thing we disagree on is when it comes to politicians and the expectations of Black people.
Okay, again, we could have that conversation right now.
I think that's our main disagreement.
I think we could have that conversation right now if you'd like.
I just don't understand. Like, I think that's. Well, I mean, I'm just saying that's what I'm gathering, and that's our main disagreement. But it's kind of interesting because it's like when I talk to you about other things, it's like you understand, like when certain things happen, the pandering, the way liberal media tries to make Black people look like victims. You seem to understand that, but then your take on what the government.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here it is in a nutshell. Black folks expect Democrats to save their life. Black folks expect Republicans to fuck up their life. Trump came around and actually did something right for Black people, but because everybody kept running around saying that he was a closet racist because of the picture of his daddy, and the fact that he said what he said about women, I'm not going to repeat it here because it's Women's History Month and I ain't no sexist. Everybody said, okay, he ain't shit. He's just doing everything he does for Black people is pandering. Okay, cool. When a Democrat does it, it's not pandering. It's saying, hey, you're actually going to do something for us now. Okay, we'll vote for you. Joe Biden don't get that pass because all his transgressions against Black people started showing up again, and he didn't answer for it. I didn't expect him to answer for it.
What transgression?
1985, he said nigger twice in Congress. Nobody called him out on it. Then when they started bringing up the video, then you actually heard Black people tell me on threads that he was reading a speech. Oh, so he was reading a speech, so it's okay for him to say it. Let Trump would have said that in a speech. World War III.
Mm-hmm.
Black folks would have been dressed up like the Panthers going to the White House to go get that man.
Right.
Joe Biden
yeah.
Bill. Now I got pissed because he said no. But then
you said what now?
Explained it to me.
You're going in and out.
And I said, okay. Wait, I froze. Wait, say that. What were you asking me?
You were going in and out.
Oh. No, I was saying Joe Biden was asked months ago. He was asked 2 years ago, why, when you put up the bill, do you regret putting it up? He said no. It just had unintended consequences. I got pissed at that answer.
Why though?
But then somebody explained it. No. But then somebody explained it to me, and I said, okay, you know what? Now I understand why he shouldn't have apologized. Because he shouldn't apologize because it was Black folks. So I should be mad at them. I should be mad at them. Which I am.
I think the 1994. You know how I feel about the 1994 crime bill. I don't think it was. My issue is why is he apologizing for it? If it was
he shouldn't apologize for it.
Yeah, he shouldn't apologize. That was my thing.
It should be that Negro pastor and almost business people that should apologize for it.
Yeah, as I'm saying, like I didn't understand why.
Yeah. Well, after the dude explained it to me, I started railing on Kwesi Ifume, who just got elected back into Congress. Well, the Senate. I think it was no Congress. Yeah, he got elected to the House. I went after him because he was the main booty clapper for that bill. So I went after him.
Right.
I wanted Kim Klacik to beat him, but she had an R behind her name and they weren't going to vote for her. So I was like, you know what? Right. I made a joke and I said, so y'all really don't care about Black women.
I agree with you when it comes to the fact that we shouldn't just see a D or R and then just go for the D's and go for the R's.
That's Black folks. We don't do research.
Right. But I feel like everybody can understand each side is doing some shit.
Yes, I understand that.
And I do agree with you, but I don't want what I'm about to say to be mistaken for any type of support for Trump because I don't support him. I can't stand the man. I think he's the devil. But I do agree with you. There are some things that Democrats do that if Trump did, that Trump would get killed for it and Democrats wouldn't. And I think that's a problem. Because now, the only reason I think that's a problem because now it convolutes right and wrong. You know what I mean? Now it's like, just because you don't like this man, you don't like Trump. So he does something bad you don't like, so you shun him. You like Biden, but Biden did it, so you excuse him. That's the problem. I don't like that. I don't think that should be either way.
That's the liberals for you.
Yeah, and I don't like how, like with Joe Biden, it's like if that's something you were involved in and you know that your intentions and blah blah blah. I don't like just when someone's upset with you 30 years later, don't apologize for it. What you apologizing for? Because from my understanding of history, when it comes to the 1994 crime bill, Black people supported that bill back then because they were tired of the crime in their neighborhoods.
Correct.
Now, if we're getting to the jail time and all that, then that's an issue, yes. But the Black people supported the bill because Black people were asking for help because of the crime happening in the neighborhood. Because the crime that was being done was against other Black people. So it was like, correct. Yeah, but if you want to get into like the time they were doing and all that, that was unfair. But the crime bill itself, I mean, if we live in a, let's say, a hood, and I'm afraid to walk outside. Kind of like, best way I like to put it, like a Meteor Man. You know, when they want a Meteor Man to help them, and you know, on the gold.
Why don't you just say Chicago? Just say
right.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Look, see, this is the left. This is the left, basically, in a nutshell. This is the left.
Right. No, I agree. I think the left is going too. I think both sides. I think the GOP has ruined itself, and I think Democrats are ruining themselves. I think we need.
The thing Trump's done that you need to agree on is he fucked up the GOP for years.
Oh, he fucked it up.
There's no more GOP.
No.
The GOP is about to be their own separate, like the Democrat socialists. Right. That's going to be their wing, and you're going to have the real Republicans come back. But again, and I think you and a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of Trump supporters are not either. Those are independents.
Yeah, I agree. No, I understand that. I just feel like kind of how, for example, how I felt. I didn't want to vote for either in this election, but I just fell on. I lean towards Joe Biden. I know there's a lot of people that have done that. It's just me. I know you guys say we're not voting for personality. Me personally, I do. I vote for civility. I vote for who I can stand for 4 years. Like that's just how I voted this time. But I just didn't want to deal with all that chaos again, and that's the reason why I voted.
I stood Obama for 4 years.
I voted for him twice.
I did too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just asking, so you could stand him. So do you think Obama had scandals?
I'm going to be honest with you though. If I were as into politics then as I am now, I would think my answer would be different. But me with maybe the ignorance I had or just the not knowing what was going on. I was in the military at the time. A lot of things didn't affect me. And even now, a lot of things don't affect me when it comes to politics. So I'm just more in tune with what's going on.
There's a lot of 20-year-olds. Correct. And a lot of 20-year-olds usually don't get affected by that.
Right.
Because remember, Obama was in our 20s. We didn't get affected by it. We just saw blackface. But yes, look at this. Because everybody on the left keeps saying, and black folks tell me that he never had no scandal, when you could just do an easy search and look up these scandals. And I also said that Trump got what Hillary was supposed to get from the media because of this man. Because of what he did to the Associated Press when he was caught spying on 2 reporters. He spied on 2 reporters and got caught. Then tried to lie about it. And the AP said they're never going to forgive the U.S. government. So I think if Hillary got in, they would have been pressing her about Benghazi for 4 years. But she lost and Trump got it. So since Trump was running around saying media's fake news and all that, they said, okay, we're just going to fuck with this man. So, yeah. So,
yeah, and even that, Trump planted seeds, and a lot of people don't understand that. He planted seeds. He from the beginning, he planted seeds in people's minds that you can't trust this, you can't trust that, and that's why he has that cult following that he has, because he put into people's minds, don't believe what you see, and that's why they believe these crazy. Like there's some people now who believe that he's going to be president at the end of this week because they're crazy as hell. That QAnon shit.
Well, I thought that. Well, you know what? I was laughing at. Don't you say that on here? You're gonna get us flagged.
My bad.
Don't say that Q word. Do not say that Q word. But hey, I was laughing. I wanted to see if something was gonna happen on the 20th, but nothing happened. So I was like, okay, y'all got this proven. So it's all good. But
look, it sucks to admit. He's not I think he's dumb. Don't get me wrong. I think he's literate too, but he's not as dumb as people would like to think he is. He has studied.
He's very calculating.
Yeah, he's like a master manipulator. And
yes.
Even look
but
now.
That's what a businessman has to be. You have to manipulate.
And that's what makes me mad about liberal media, though. Like, stop talking about him. It's really pissing me off.
We knew this. We predicted this. You and I predicted this. When he left office, they were going to have nothing to talk about.
Right.
They're not going to go touch Biden. They're not even touching Biden.
They're still talking about January 6th. They're still talking about January
6th, and now they're talking about Cuomo.
Yeah.
God,
you're funny. And what's up with your boy Cawthorn, Madison Cawthorn?
Madison? Oh, he got destroyed on TV. He ain't my boy.
Did you see?
I saw when he got destroyed on TV.
Yes, he even lied about his best friend rescuing him from a burning car.
Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, you should have just stuck to giving out pizzas.
It's because they see this blueprint or that your boy has laid out Trump, and now everybody they just want that base.
Nobody can be Trump. The best bet is you can't be Trump. The best bet you can do is be on that guy's good side so he can fund you. That's the best you can do.
And well,
you can't measure. You can't do his blueprint. Just like there's no Democrat that can use Barack Obama's blueprint.
No, I'm talking about as far as the reason why people ask themselves, why are these people still loyal to Trump? It's because of his base. They want that base. They want that crazy ass base. He has a crazy ass base.
Well, you gotta remember that base went out to vote for him, just like the base of black folks that went out there in politics for Obama. They want that base. The GOP is not going to get that base. You're going to need a Republican for the Republicans to get back 2024. They need a Republican that does not sign up to the GOP.
Right.
They need a centralized Republican. That's the only way they're going to beat Biden. Mm-hmm. But no, you know what? I tell a lie. That ain't gonna happen. You know why they're not gonna beat Obama? You know why they're not gonna beat Biden? Because y'all got that black woman in there. Can't tell black women nothing more. I would not be surprised if Biden gets 100% of the black women vote. I would not be surprised. Let us say 2 weeks before the election, I'm bringing Stacey into the fold. It's over. Yeah. That dude might as well just concede.
I don't even know. I don't even believe he wants a second term, to be honest with you.
It's not. He's gonna run through the motions, and more than likely he's gonna retire and toss it over to her. She gets a reset. She gets to be president to 2028, and then she's gonna go for her second term. So she's technically gonna do 12 years in there. But you know, that's what y'all black females want. Y'all want that. So it's all good. Y'all can have that.
Look,
y'all gonna look like the House of Cards season 5. That's what it's gonna look like.
So what is your issue? So do you believe that our issues really might not even be the parties? I think a lot of issues because that I hear come from who follows them, the people. It's the people. It's not really. Huh?
Now you're hearing term limits all day.
Yeah.
Term limits. I'm fine with term limits. You should do 3. Mm-hmm. You should do max 3. You can't run again.
What's your prediction for 2024?
I'm not worried about 2024 right now. I'm worried about next year. 469 seats are up.
You said what?
469 seats are up in the House and the Senate next year.
You said 469?
Most of the House and Senate are up. Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
I can't wait.
If black folk want to change and get back their political power, they need to make sure they're backing candidates that have our interests at heart. Stop voting
for saying that. What is lost?
Number one, they have to address what's going on in these ghettos.
Okay.
They need to address what's going on in Chicago.
Yes.
They need to address what's going on in terms of how black people, because we know that these reports are going to come out that black people that our wealth has probably regressed. We need that addressed. We need the reparations thing addressed. You're gonna do it and you have passed the research stage, or shut the fuck up about it. Because you can't keep stringing people along on that.
But the issue in Chicago has nothing to do with politics.
What?
Nope.
The 3rd largest city in the country, Democratic run. Every year they have over 500 shootings and
what does that do with politics, though?
That is politics. That's Democrat-run city. That's a Democratic-run state, and they're in the shit. Go look up the numbers of how many people have left Chicago in the last decade.
I know. I said, but that's what is a politician gonna do?
They need a Republican mayor there.
Huh?
They need a Republican mayor there.
But what are they gonna do though?
They're gonna get the gun control. They're gonna get gun control. They're gonna get the gun violence under control. Because Look at what Giuliani did up in New York. You get caught with a gun, you're doing 10 years.
So you endorse stop and frisk?
I don't endorse it. It doesn't have to be stop and frisk. You go if Chicago got a Republican mayor on his or her first press conference should be, you shoot at somebody or you kill somebody, you're getting the electric chair. I don't give a damn no more. That's what you say.
Nobody tells.
Huh?
Nobody tells.
I know nobody tells. That's a black problem.
So I'm saying
you're never going to cure that.
I'm saying the same people are going to be there. You said what?
You do life. You do life.
But who are you going to know to do life if nobody tells, though?
I hope that $30 bullet was worth it.
Right. Child.
You need. I'm sorry, but you need, for this country to succeed, you need Chicago to be thriving.
Oh, I agree. It's just you say these things.
Don't even want to go to Chicago to invest. What's going to happen? Everything's going to become dirt poor, and who's going to run in there? The Asians and them Jews are going to run in there, buy up the South Side, kick all the black folks out. Where y'all going to go? Gary, Indiana? Where you going to go? Milwaukee? Y'all can go to
you say that, but it's not a Democrat thing, though. The reason why
that is a Democrat thing. Look how long the Democrats have been in power.
Most densely populated cities are Democrat because of the people are. That's just how it is. But I mean, there's other
Chicago
places.
has not had a Republican since probably the 1800s.
Right, because it's densely populated with black people.
But black people are naturally conservative, and most of those black people in Chicago are from Mississippi who are conservatives.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The people have to want the change. That's all I'm saying. The people are going to have to want.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Chicago is 1/3 black, 1/3 white, 1/3 Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
The 2/3 whites and Mexicans need to say, you know what? I'm not going with this shit no more. Try something new. Go get.
I agree, but that's my point. The
failed, and then you say, you know what? We tried.
Right.
Y'all got to do something. Chicago can't keep going like that. New York feels like bad. That's why I had to leave. New York is getting worse. LA, they're playing with LA now.
Mm-hmm. The people got to want the change, man.
Houston's next. Houston goes down. The South is fucked.
Look, I hear what you're saying, but nothing's going to change if the people themselves don't want the change. That's just how it is. And you can't blame that on the government.
I'm not blaming that on that part's not on the government.
Though? The people don't see nothing
wrong. Not on the government. No, that part's not about the government. You're right with the people.
Right.
I'm saying with us, the government, that's when people like us, the moderates and the conservatives, got to say, you know what, them black liberals ain't where it's at. We gotta shut them out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you find a black liberal that's in line with your agenda, get them in there. Right. But it has to be issue based. We cannot be doing identity politics anymore.
That's that part.
We've been getting this. We have no political power right now. And I think black people don't realize this. We have no political power right now.
Right. But you got to ask yourself, too, what we're going to do if that's achieved. And that's the part that scares me, because I don't know if we're all on the same page. Because like we always say, we're not monolithic. So, like, for example, we even said earlier, you said, you're good. I said, I'm good. I have different goals. I have different things.
I said candidates. I didn't say black candidates. I said candidates.
Oh, no, I agree. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I don't care. I don't care if you're black, white, green, or polka dot.
I'm with you.
You with black folks and you're legit with it, we got to support you. I don't give a damn if you have a D or R or an I. I don't care.
Right. And that's how it should be.
Yeah, but that's why I also say, and this is controversial, we need to do a soft reset, and black folks worth a damn need to get away from niggas. It's got to happen.
Oh, shoot. All right. Well, can I ask you one more question? Because it's my mom's birthday. I'm supposed to be taking her something.
Yes. Tell mom what's up.
Yeah, well, I know y'all spoke before. I was going to ask you something that recently happened. I wanted to ask what you thought about it.
What, Cuomo?
Damn it. What were we just talking about?
We're talking about people getting black folks voting to get the right candidates in.
What do you think about these restrictions they're trying to put on voting to make it harder?
You think
I think it could backfire. Look, has anybody ever thought about how a lot of Trump's base, and no offense to anybody, because I'm equal opportunity over here. I'm from most liberal damn state you could probably ever think of, but I love everybody, so I'm putting that out there. But are we not gonna speak to the fact that a lot of Trump supporters are poor white people who may also deal with issues getting to the ballot boxes?
You can't mention white people. Nobody gives a damn about poor white people.
You said what?
Nobody cares. The basement right now is the poor black folk.
Well, I know. I'm saying.
Remember, poor white people can use the internet, according to Joe Biden.
Right. No, right. But what I'm saying is, though, there's going to be issues on both sides if they implement these restrictions to getting to the ballot box. So there's going to be issues on both. It's like they're trying. That's what happens when you try to control something. You put your hand in something that's already a natural thing. I guess I would say when you try to take it off, do the strings, puppet strings, you can overcorrect.
But you know why they're doing that, though, right?
I know they're doing it.
Poor white is the biggest base outside of the minorities, but they don't like to tell you that. So you get rid of them, you disenfranchise them. Nobody cares because they're poor white people. Who cares? And white people are the enemy. So get them out. Your white candidate can't get back in, so you just keep putting a color candidate in there, and you're gonna hope that they're racist enough not to go vote for them, so they won't even show up, so you don't have to acknowledge them. And then you could say, "Oh, white people are regressing now," and pick up every other minority. Then you can erase white people out of the voting block.
That's why, like you said, we need to get rid of these identity politics, because it's like. It's more about, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, it's more about class than anything right now.
Correct.
Personally, but people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about how there's black people in the Proud Boys, but they don't talk about that either.
But they swear up and down that the Proud Boys are a racist organization,
right?
Is an Afro Latino, but
right.
Y'all keep listening to CNN if you want.
Look, you're gonna have to have me on again, because I got something to go to, but I did enjoy the conversation.
I'm free Mondays and Tuesdays, and I'm free after 5 o'clock every day. So
okay. I'm gonna have to have you on. You give me a little idea. I might do a variation of that.
That's fine. Hey. So just our phones, something phones. So folk, I'm gonna let Bailee reintroduce herself. She's gonna get out of here, take mom and go get some seafood. I'm gonna go cook some chicken so my family can eat. And then we're gonna do another show later. Me and Rose, we're gonna make it nice and light and comedy based. We're gonna be laughing at NBA flops.
Oh, child.
Oh, it's gonna be
well, thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Yes. So you can find her at the You Know That's Real podcast. It's available everywhere. Her YouTube channel is coming soon. I should put a poll up on this to see who won, but it wasn't that much of a debate. It was more like she don't understand why I like Trump, and I don't understand why she don't like Trump. But
who me? No,
you still didn't tell me why you don't like Trump. You just said because you think he's stupid. And what was the other thing?
Dumb. Even if you take the whole race stuff out, I do not like him. Which is crazy because we grew up our ages. We grew up like Trump was like a pop culture staple growing up. I never minded him, but when I realized because going into his presidency, I didn't vote for him, but I was cool.
I didn't either, but
I was cool. I mean, I was fine. I was like, because for me personally, as an American, you want the president to succeed. You don't gain anything from working against.
Yes, that's why I said when Biden and Heels Up Harris got in, I said, you know what? I don't like him, but I don't want him to fail.
Right.
But I know they're gonna put us in a war this summer.
Yeah, I started off like whatever. I'm open. Let's see what he does. And he was doing cool. Then that Charlottesville thing happened. I was like, uh-oh. And then this
that was stupid. He didn't say that right. If he would have said, you know what, there were people on both sides that were cool, but then we had the assholes on both sides that were acting up to make everybody look bad. I would have been cool with it.
No, I get that too. But this wasn't the time to say that when someone died from tumbled with a damn vehicle.
Child. Say the statement. Say the statement. Say it. But all right, we're gonna go, folks, because I trolled enough. So we're
All
gonna
right,
go.
child.
Take care, stay safe. Wear your masks, get your supplies, and remember, please, if you're gonna move to the West Coast, stay away from Washington, Oregon, California. Go to Nevada, not Las Vegas. Arizona is nice, even though they went blue. New Mexico ain't shit, but I do like the Hatch chilies. Colorado's good for weed. Go to Montana and Wyoming; they're gonna become bigger states. All right, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Peace. Now watching that